Hello guys, once again it's Matt, and today we have another video. Thank you all the members, all the patrons. Make sure to subscribe. We are trying to hit 50,000 subscribers until the end of the year. We are at almost 23k. So let's go guys, subscribe to help me out, and let's get going. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about the MiG-29 again. My favorite aircraft in the game, so that's a disclaimer, but... And I really don't care. A lot of people will say I'm biased, but just play the game in top tier and you will basically have a proof of what I'm about to say. And that is that even though the F-14B is one of the best aircraft in the game, the MiG-29 I still think that is the best, especially in the BVR. Even though, yes, the F-14B kind of came to actually help a lot on the BVR, and it did, I think. And kind of a disclaimer as well, I mean, the aircraft has a problem with the radar. The F-14B has a bug on its radar that it needs to be fixed. The TWS is not working properly. Even some locks and some stuff, it's just a very old radar anyway, but I just feel like it's kind of weird compared to the F-14A one, which is odd because it is basically the same radar, so I don't know what they changed that made the radar be weird. I don't know. So this might change a little bit once they actually fix these things. But overall, the most reliable aircraft to get kills from far away and also from close is the MiG-29. I still think that the MiG-29 is the most OP, if you will, but the best aircraft in the game, man. The F-14B, yes, it does have its place, and I'm glad that it was added, but there is no aircraft in the game that actually can do what the MiG does. And that's a lot due to two things. It comes down to two things that most of the aircraft don't have. First of all is the amazing thrust rate, just the amazing acceleration and overall performance that the MiG-29 has in accelerating and doing other stuff. It is an aircraft that has a lot of power for a very lightweight aircraft. So that's the first thing, and even though the F-14 is an aircraft that got that improved over the older F-14A, I mean, the MiG-29 still has a little bit of an advantage there. And together with that, you have the R-27ER, man. The R-27ER for BVR, it's an unstoppable missile. It's a missile that, I don't know, I was playing during the weekend to just... I was actually just playing, you know, I was going to... I'm gonna play a little bit, and then if I get a cool footage or anything like that, okay, I record it. But I wasn't expecting to get the amount of BVR kills that I got with the MiG-29. I had like 80-90% of hit rates above 30, 40, 50 kilometers. It was incredible, you know? Something that I can only dream of with the F-14B. And yes, there are ways to make the AIM-54 better. There are ways of using the AIM-7 that will make the AIM-7 better. But there is no missile more reliable than the R-27ER right now. And I don't come here talking like this as out of, oh my god, like, take that, American players. No, I'm actually trying to show a problem in the game. We really have an imbalance in here that I don't think it's solvable. Because the R-27ER, man, it's a very fast missile that has an amazing range, and mainly not only has an incredible amount of energy, but also has the INS together with data link, which means that this missile is really reliable against other missiles. Even the AIM-54C that has the INS with data link, it doesn't turn as well as the R-27ER, so it's the same problem that we have before the patch, right? The MiG-29 with the R-27ER, and it might be because there's a lot of new players flying F-14s and stuff, but it's just so easy to get BVR kills with it. I mean, it's just so easy, and I really doubt that anybody could actually have these amounts of hit rates with the F-14. You can try, you can get a lot of kills with it, but it's just every single match you get basically 2 kills with the R-27ER. And as I said, it's a problem, man. I mean, I'm not gonna lie that it's not fun, you know, it is fun to actually be able to do BVR in the game. But the thing is that I don't think if it's like maybe people don't know how to crank to notch or anything like that. They do a lot of just climb and just fire all your phoenixes and then RTB like this F-14 on my 12 o'clock just did. I see a lot of people doing this, and yeah, it's just of course you're going to lose and die a lot. It's this type of tactic that makes it easy for MiG-29 pilots to actually stomp the F-14s. So if you are doing this, just bear that in mind, okay? These are not effective tactics. You have to learn how to crank, how to notch, how to be aggressive. You need to be aggressive, because if you are not aggressive, your team is going to get destroyed very quickly, and then you are going to be alone. So if you are playing careful like these guys are doing, you're going to get destroyed a lot of the times. And aircraft such as the MiG-29, they are on their prime being aggressive and attacking with a very, very much a fast pace, just surprise attack and straight to the target, you know? So I think it's more due to that than anything else, but indeed we do have a problem with balancing with the R27ER, I think. I mean, as I said, there's not much that they can do. Add the AIM-120. No, I mean, if they add the AIM-120, they will probably add the R-77 and other Fox 3 missiles for everybody to try to remain balanced. So there's not much they can do. They can add like later versions of the AIM-7, like the AIM-7B or AIM-H or something like that. And even though, yes, they have some form of improvements over the original AIMs and stuff, and you will notice that a lot. If they are added, you know, like data links and stuff, it will still remain kind of, you know, still being outranged by an R-27ER, and the performance of the aircraft of the MiG-29, it remains on a platform that it can get the right, you know, performance for a launcher to actually deploy the missiles in the best, like, scenario for the missile itself, you know, like I said before. So it really comes down to many factors, you know. It comes down to the pilots, that I don't think F-14 pilots are just, they basically don't know what they're doing a lot of times, together with an aircraft that primes on that not knowing, you know, with the MiG-29. MiG-29 can just, as I said, it just loves this type of thing, of people not being aggressive and being kind of defensive. You need to be aggressive against the MiG-29, because if you're not, it's problematic. The MiG-29 will sneak on you and kill everything. So yeah, so as you see over here, even with a less powerful radar, as you're going to see in this match, let's just comment on a normal match. I mean, I had like, I don't know, I recorded, I don't know, 10 battles like this. I have so much footage of me just destroying teams with the R-27ER, and then later just killing 2 or 3 more in the guns and R-60s, that I couldn't like do a short enough video, right? Or long enough video, rather. So you will see a lot of these happening. You know, you just choose and wait for a very high altitude target, you climb to 10,000 meters, Mach 1 plus, and then you fire the missile, crank, put the afterburner down, everything that I already showed it to do in videos for you guys, and then you just wait. And as you see, yes, launch warnings would be a thing that would help a lot of the pilots know that these missiles are in the air. But, I mean, come on. Like, he's firing flares, but he's not doing anything. He's just waiting for the R-27 to kill him. And even with the higher drag that they actually added for these missiles back in the day, I mean, it's just, you know, yeah, he's firing phoenixes, all the phoenixes and stuff, but the missile is already there. You know, he's starting to fire phoenixes, and the R-27 is already there. You see how good the MiG-29 actually is. Of course, the Phoenix could be launched from before. He was actually firing very late, these Phoenixes. But even if you fire before, the R-27 will most likely get to the target first, because it has so much energy and so much speed, and it turns so well that it's, oh my god, it really, really is the best missile in the game. And yes, guys, I'm not saying that Phoenix is a bad missile. I'm not saying that a Sparrow is a bad missile. I really like those two missiles, and I really like flying the F-14, to be honest. But it's just so much easier to actually fly the MiG-29 and get a lot of BVR kills. It's so easy. You have no idea. If you don't have this aircraft, you have no idea how easy it is to kill people from 30, 40 kilometers away. It's... oh my god. You kind of suffer to get 40-kilometer kills with a Sparrow, a 30-kilometer kill with a Sparrow. But with an R27ER, it's just a normal kill, another one, as you see right there. And I don't know, out of all the kills that I got with the R27ER, probably like, I don't know, out of 10, out of 20, I don't know, it's probably like around 20, all the footage that I got with the ERs. Probably around 15, 16s were F-14s, which is quite funny, to say the least, you know, that these aircraft are really not knowing what they're doing. So maybe things will change, as I said. Maybe it's F-14 pilots that are just new to the F-14. They're getting the F-14 and stuff. But yeah, I don't know, like if you don't know what you're doing exactly with the F-14, try to just fly a lot lower, I would say. Get used to the aircraft, get used to the missiles. Try using only the Sparrows and get used to that, especially now that the TWS is bugged on the F-14. Do things like that that will probably help you with the, you know, amount of BVR missiles that the Russians have flying around with. I mean, there will not be that many, to be honest, because a lot of people are grinding the F-14s and other aircraft. So there's not much MiG-29s flying around anyway. But you will see that the MiG-29s will excel if the guy knows what he's doing. Like, these aircraft is amazing right now. And it really kind of scared me what would it look like if he was fighting together with an Su-27 that would take basically 6 of these missiles. So what it would look like, even though yes, the Su-27 has a lower thrust weight than the MiG-29, so it would take a little bit more time to actually get to a target or get to altitude to actually deploy these missiles. But it really, really is scary. And man, I'm going to do a proper video on this, but yes, the F-15 can come, but don't expect the F-15 to be any different than the F-14 in the BVR arena. It's basically worse, even, at least until they add the MRAM, basically, because it just has Sparrows until it receives the A120. So don't expect anything like crazy in the BVR department, even with an F-15. And with the Russians having the ER, it doesn't matter what aircraft gets it, all of them will be better in the BVR. All of them. But yeah, guys, anyway, let me know in the comments what you think about this, if the MiG-29 is or not the top dog. I really, really think it is, and I see you guys on the next one. Bye.